thank you for coming on. Can you briefly tell us about yourself?
My motivation for coming into the industry has been very much it's a very personal motivation, and that is because my son, whose name is Harchie, he is an eye gaze user, an AAC user. And just to give you a little bit of background with regards to Harchie, he was when he was 5 months old, he developed what's called a viral encephalitis, which is an inflammation on the brain, which in turn left some lesions on his brain, which are little marks, as it were, and they were built around in the area of the brain that controls speech and gross and fine motor function. So Harch was unable to sort of speak, and he's not able to sit on his own. He needs support, postural support, but cognitively, which means his thinking, his thought process, that wasn't unimpaired. So Harch didn't have a learning disability, but it was just trying to find a solution that would work for him, that enabled him to communicate and beyond that. And so he started using eye gaze from the age of about 4 or 5 years of age, and he's now 18. Khamani, and he presents a bit like yourself. He's very outgoing. He's got plenty to say, sometimes a little bit too much to say. Very opinionated, and he's just set up his blog, and he was involved in the marketing and the launch for the new GridPad 13 from Smartbox. So he's all over their marketing, all over the literature, which he does like that. He gets a bit of a kick out of that, and he's gone mainstream school and also special school, and he's wanting to go into graphic design. He's got some really cool things that he's got planned and wants to do. But me being in the industry has meant that I can really help people like Harch, individuals that really just need a little bit of extra help and support to really show what they're capable of doing. And also, I've got another hat, which is as a parent, I can, understand how that impacts on family life, and how the role of a parent, especially a parent with a child with complex needs, what the daily sort of like I wouldn't say grind, but the daily sort of responsibility entail in that front. So I look at things from a number of different angles, and I'm quite fortunate to be able to do that.
Wow, I must say it's when you hear how people get into these sort of industries, it's always an experience that motivates you to get into an industry like this that you're currently in. So it's absolutely an honor to hear you speak about your son. Can you tell us a bit more about your company? What are some of your best products, or have you got a new product recently?
We've got a new range of IR AAC devices, which are devices that allow an eye gaze user, for example, to access or control another computer using their eye gaze device as a keyboard. So it has a keyboard and mouse capability, which an eye gaze user can use their device to then control another device, another computer or PC or laptop. And we also have a toy controller, which gives you the ability to control switch-enabled devices. So it could be toys or low-power appliances. We also have a brand new switch box called Ultimate Switch Box, which does so many different keystrokes, and also the capability to also sort of like put custom keystrokes in and multi-keystrokes. So, for example, if you hit a switch, it'll do a multiple of keystrokes in with that one switch activation. So great for access and so forth. So yeah, we're always looking at new products and bringing new products to the market.
Wow, you guys, you lot sound like you have so much. I can't wait to check you guys out at Communication Works. For people listening, why should they come and see Praetorian at Communication Works?
Well, first and foremost is me. You get to see me, which is always good. No, I'm joking. I'm a face of radio, not for TV. But no, I think it is a great opportunity, and I don't want to blow our own trumpet, but it's a great opportunity to see some really cool products, but see them used in scenarios and situations that you maybe not necessarily think of. You know, for example, we do a lot of environmental control and appliance control products. You know, to be able to switch a light on and off is great, but what I like to do is show, different scenarios where you can use appliance control. So I'll have an airbrush painting setup. So in individuals that can maybe access a switch, they'll be able to create artwork. I'll have my bubble machines, which will always go down a trip, but also we'll be showing computer access. We'll show them what sort of access how you can utilize a solution, be it a mouse alternative or the applicator, which is a switch based solution for accessing the iPad. Just to show, look, it's if you've got a significant lead, really complex need, or you just need a little bit of extra support, we have a solution that will make life a little bit easier for you. There's a saying in the industry which is called presumed competence, and it's a rule I live by. And there are so many solutions that we provide, but also in the industry which can really help support individuals that just need a little extra help.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's been a pleasure to speak to you.